Hey, welcome. I don't know who's watching, but I am going through all my dreams games and I'm going to do like walkthroughs of them. I finished Gemini Rising. There were 5 parts to it and it's 10 chapters. So I was able to do 2 parts in a chapter. That game's about 5 hours long, so each stream was 1 hour. So it's 5 streams for 5 hours. So it was about a half an hour approximately per level. So 10 chapters. So Possession 3 is the third game in a series of games I made. Possession 1, 2, and 3. I'll be doing Possession 2 after this, and if I feel like it, I'll do Possession 1. I've actually already done a walkthrough on Possession 1, so that was quite a tedious thing to do, so I don't even know if I want to do that. But this one was a lot more fun than the other ones. So this one won an Pick Award, and it says it's fun action puzzler. After traveling through the interstellar portal on Waterfall Moon, which was the previous game, the team command across, captains Quad, Trin, and Orbit. There's obviously like puns on the square. Cross, square, triangle, and circle buttons for the PlayStation. Arrive on planet Ababolan, a desert-like world with strange plants and creatures. So let's check it out. So here's the portal you just came through from Waterfall Moon. So if you ever played Waterfall Moon, I don't think anybody ever finished it. So if you finish the jungle level, you go up the waterfall, and right at the top of the waterfall is like a river flowing, and this is actually standing in the river, and then you activate it and you go through it. Then you arrive on this planet over here. So you can actually take a little dip. Let's just do a quick little dip. So in the Possession games, just for people who don't know, all the puppets follow the main puppet, and there's instructions how to switch, so you can switch to the other character, and they all still follow the character. You can switch to the other character and switch to the other character. And that was like a little tutorial to try to help you to get all the little bits and whatever. And you can't get the bits with the wrong puppet, so that's pointless. You have to use the actual same color puppet. So I just always make sure they follow me. I realized now that I had to actually design a lot more systems for this game to make it a little bit more acceptable. I probably would have had a different mechanic to call the other puppets rather than them following you. So every now and again, like, you have to call them or whatever, because they tend not to follow you very closely. So obviously there's something here. So it's like a good idea to I didn't really optimize this game heavily, so when you get onto all of these 4 platforms, it actually breaks the PS4 a little bit because of all the emitted text gadgets that it has to display. I guess I could have done it with paint. So now you've acquired a weapon, which is your plasma blast. You press up on the D-pad, and then you hold R2 to... So up on the D-pad. See, the others are blocked. Up, and then it like releases a sort of a charge. And then you're like, why do I need this charge? And then it tells you have to use the charge. And then the biggest mistake people make is just that they just leave. And they think that's done now. Then they don't realize that they have to actually stay. So this is where I kind of tutorial you the concept of switching the puppets and leaving them behind. See, then the electricity is charging and the magenta one is activated. So there's a sort of a thing that comes out of the pillar and matches the color of the puppet that you're activating. Charge this one, and you have to remember to leave them there because it's also a pressure plate. Let's get these little hollow bits over here. Just before you get all of them, you can toggle the menu. This was highlighted as a cool like menu. So there's your 2 weapons, your controls, your credits. The lighting is a bit bright, but otherwise, yeah, it works. I did this as a sculpt menu as opposed to as a UI menu. I can actually fix the hollow bits so that you can collect them regardless. So, because I made 2 scoreboards here, I can do them independently. So. You have to remember to do them individually. So that's like a little aha moment that I engineered into this level so that you realize you have to do that. And now you see the sort of beam of wind. So hopefully you get and pick them up, basically. Hey, here we go. Or you can do this as well if you want and just walk towards the other one. And then you just put them all in here. And there they go. I don't know what happened to my little animation. They had like a little flying animation. I have no idea where that went. So now you can toggle the follow mode on and off. So you can press L3. L3, then that'll go away. So why you turn it off? Because if they keep following you, these scarabs will kind of get you. So you have to like time it to get them all. It's actually quite a good idea to stay on this thing, then they can't actually get you. Check those cool splatters. I should have done more effects, I guess. This is a field checkpoint, so. Let's charge this one up. So now I slowly introduce you to how to use your charge ability as a weapon as well. Not just as a... Oh, there they come. See, that's why you don't want them to follow you, because they're going to get stuck. So let's unfollow. And I guess I could have made a much better indicator. So let's go stand over here and charge the crap out of them. You don't really have health. I think I reset it every now and again. It's just to like prevent you from going too far with losing too much health. Let's drag you along. Okay. Oh yeah, the circle one still needs to collect these things. These are quite tricky to get. And then you can jump over and then get them from the other side. And if you struggle to aim, you can kind of like move the camera this way. They are quite tricky. I found that if you're closest to the bone over here, that also helps a lot. So I haven't played this game in a long time, so I'm struggling now. There we go. Nope. Should have probably made the collision for the puppet also a little bit broader. This was the best place I remember always to get it. For some reason I'm overshooting now. It's supposed to be a little bit annoying because you have to get them. So what I would do sometimes, I would just jump forward and then you'd get them because you'd be in close proximity to them. So you don't press far enough. There we go, now I've got it. So you just jump like this way and then you jump that way and then you get it without having to do the balance walk. Okay, now we can, that was a sequence. I think we're busy with the last two, so let's go get this one. Let's just get these first because, oh, here we go. Now I have to do this. And there's one more set of things to get. It's even got the little spark sound effect. And also made it so that you can't get over there, so you have to go like around here. So then you expose yourself to the little things. You gotta like time it a bit. It does allow you to walk a little bit, so this was so difficult to get these scarabs to walk over things. Okay, there. Once you've triggered it, you can then obviously let go. So let's get the X, oh, the triangle, because there's triangle stuff here. They all have to come to the middle anyway, so I'll collect them all. And then I will get these triangle ones by the bones in the ground. Goodness knows what these big creatures were and what they were doing here. Pieces of their skulls all over the place. There we go. Oh, and then finally there's one more here. They're just annoying, that's all. But they look cool. It's like gold scarabs. There we go. They look a bit stupid now without the animation. I think some things just broke with some of the updates. My cool little plants that I did. Oh dear, what's this? Going through these like tunnels. But there is some over here that you might miss. So you always have to double back a little bit. There's obviously something there. And then they get lost behind and people just... There isn't a very good following system. And AI is extremely difficult to do in Dreams, so you kind of have to rely on the basic puppet follower. And that isn't always the best thing to do. Just keep checking that they're nearby. You just have to keep switching as you go, so that you pick up the right... whole hollow bits. Or holographic bits of data, because your commander said you've got to go get the data. I just wanted to see if I can go in there. I think one fell down, right? Yes. Now before they all fall down, let me get these. Oh, well, you can go back up again, so... And then, of course, if you go down here, you die. So don't do that. A lot of people just fell down here, and then they didn't trigger the checkpoint yet, so... Because you have to have all 4 puppets to trigger the checkpoint. So I should have just put an invisible wall here to prevent people from falling off and having to restart at the top. That's just so annoying. I'm gonna see if I left anything in here. Nope. And I had prize bubbles, now they don't work anymore anyway, so... So there is a prize bubble here, but it doesn't work now. I think you can still collect it. Yeah, but it doesn't actually do anything. You can't even place them anymore, so if you made a new game, you can't actually add a price bubble, it's gone. So they kind of just kept it there as a visual for Legacy, it doesn't actually work. And now you have to... So this is like a universal charger, any puppet can charge this one up. Got to make sure they go in there. You've got to keep track of how many puppets you have. So. And as you touch them, they make like a wind chime sound. It's actually playing notes of a tune that I made, which is actually the main theme song. And then you can go up here to get to the checkpoint. There we go. But I got the wrong puppet here. So now to get these that are on top, you have to like turn the follow off. But now you got to use all your puppets, because like you got to do a loop of all 4, because it's this one. And then if you jump, you die. So, and if one dies, they all respawn. So it's a bit scary. Hello, welcome to my channel. Let's do the others. I'm playing Possession 3 as a walkthrough for my game. I guess I could have made this timing a bit easier. There we go. So you just stay, if you stay on this side, see, and then they all respawn, which is annoying. And then you just sort of stay on this side and wait for the lid to go up. So I'll show you the trick here. What's up? There we go, I got it at least. And I think circle's the last one. Yeah. And then you just die. All this dying I should have removed a lot of, so. Or if the circle one dies, it should just be the circle one that respawns. And there should be a way to like respawn all the puppets at the actual, because I do that. I have a way to respawn, but I think you've got to be in one of the modes or something. I don't know now. There. You got to be there. You can reset the checkpoint. Come, babies. Just wanted to get all those little credit things, hollow bits. And that's why I made that thing like that, so you'd be drawn to that. Let's get the checkpoint. Here we go. These again. Charge up. Oh, that didn't work. Did it? Went back on in time. It's got like a discharge rate. And if you go back on... There we go. And this tower looks a little bit different from the other one. This one's got a second weapon called Static Shot. And this is also used as a mechanic as well as so now you can use the right and it shoots like a little, and there's like a bit of a reload so that it has that little bar showing you that it's reloading. Just always watch how many puppets you have. Now you got to switch weapons the whole time because it's not just the same one over and over. Like just tease them in, yeah, until one gets stuck, and it's not so great anymore. I was just so overwhelmed with the scope of this game at the time. Just remember to get this side channel as well. It's kind of like a little puzzle. You have to figure out what's going on here. So now you're double backing to where you were. And that did something else, so now you have to trigger this one. Oh, I think I did it wrong now. I think that was the trigger for the other side. So this one moves the first part open. No, it was right. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just check we've got all the puppets. Make a checkpoint. Where's you? And if you want to prevent that follow backwards, you can just stop the follow temporarily. And now you have to stop the follow because you've got to do these kind of like one by one. Because I think if I do the follow now, they're not going to work. Let's see. Yes, it worked. And then you charge this one. So that's also triggering something. Now you gotta be really fast. Yep, there we go. Ah! Now you can pick up the crystal. Crystal can only be picked up by the puppet that its color is. Now we go down here. A little bit of a maze. And then there's a checkpoint at the bottom. Yes. Follow off. And headphones on these wasps are not sounding great, hey? And at least I've got a little bit of an idea here. It's not like random shooting like this. You actually have a lock on. It does like a little strafe. So you first got to lock it on. My other game's much better for shooting. And that thing also front attacks, do you see that? So you gotta watch that as well. You can also hide, then they go back to patrolling. It's not a good idea to do two of them at the same time, so it's kind of like... I promise you, they sound awful. I don't like... And that movement of that little belly is just like a wasp, so... I spent quite a bit of time on that. See, once you've got it in retreat... Sorry about this, I haven't played it so long. Ah! Absolutely awful. You gotta do like runs. Yeah. And when you do attack them, I mean, you can just keep going because there's no like health. And that's a mistake I made. I should have just auto-locked you again, so it loses the lock. Most people got very irritated with that. So. There we go. So when you, it doesn't auto-lock, so you have to like face the wasp. Like it doesn't lock now. You have to face the wasp and lock it. So there's kind of like a little trick that you have to learn. It retreats, and then while it's retreating, you can reload, and then that's how you kill them. Okay, I think there was only two. So now we've kind of done the crystal was this color, so obviously the crystal goes in here, and then you gotta like charge it up here, and then this one is charged through the floor because these are underground switches, and that one moves out. But now you have to do the other three, so you can't do the other three now because the other three are actually completely separate mini levels almost. So this is the magenta one. Ready with the crystal. So now you got to pick which other crystal you want to do. I normally like the tether one, which is down here. So you'll know the color is green. It's got this sort of canvas thing that floats, a tent canvas thing. There's the sun shining. This is all fake. This is a spotlight I put right here. That's not really that sun over there that's doing this. This is so you would see the entrance better. So obviously there's the crystal and some fire or something. I don't even know what's going on there anymore. And you have to get out by moving these honeycomb hives. But you can't get those hives out of the way because the attachment point is on the other side. And then you kind of have to figure out. I just want to sort of go here and maybe look back. So you're coming in on the right hand side down here, you're coming down there, and then you kind of see this kind of metal thing held up by 4 like strings, whatever the hell they are, gold threads. And then you're gonna have to do this section now. And it's kind of showing you the area so you can see you can get in there. Shows you the 4 sort of wires going. And now you have to figure out where to go, and you just have to go a little bit around here. And then you see there's a gap. That's where you actually go in. Just always make sure your puppets are all together. And only really switch when you are ready and they're not gonna. So they lock on, shoot. That's the first one done. There isn't anything else here, so you can grab this now. This is my Lara Croft keyframe mode pool keyframe logic that I publicly released, so anybody can use it. So yeah, when you look back at your older levels, you think they were so great, but now I realize how bad the level design actually is. How many things I could have made it so much smoother and easier. Hindsight is always 20/20. And you must remember that they always make it so you can see something. There we go. This should have just been bigger so that you can actually walk between without having to turn the camera like this the whole time. And you get this constant zooming in and out. Okay, so now... so this one you have to pull this way to create a hole. Yes, now you can go through. So it says lock on and shoot. And then if you don't know what you're doing, then I make that thing glow like that. So. And it also loses lock when you reload. I should have taken that away. So it doesn't actually do that anymore. Now you have to turn the follow off. Otherwise you won't be able to make this jump with all the puppets. Go. So now that switches on, it's moved this one behind my head here down. So now you can go through here. Oh, I can't believe I just did that, but anyway. Luckily we can just walk now, so come on. Here. Position puppets. There we go, checkpoint. I became very generous with the checkpoints. And now this happens. So these you also have to do one by one, because I don't think you can do this with one go with all the puppets. And you have to be very careful. So you have to take them through one by one. So if I make a mistake now, I end up with this checkpoint here. So I think so it's quite nerve-wracking when you look at it like this. And then I should have actually just made the checkpoint right here. So now you have to go down here to trigger the checkpoint. But if you die, it actually just remembers that you were on this side, not on that side. And you got to switch to shoot. Now you have to first go through here and do this one. And you have to remember to relock again after you've shot, and you reload, then it resets the lock-on mode. That's the third one. And obviously that's lava, so you're gonna die if you fall in that. And now that you're done with this one, you switch back to charge. It tilts this around to the other one. This is a very tricky section because you have to get all 4 puppets through here. And it can get quite tricky if you're not patient enough. And there's no other checkpoint here. You have to wait till at the very top. So I'm going to try and do as much as I can here. Oops. There. There we go. This triggered this one over here. So now you can bring this one through. I normally bring them to here and then I switch. See, and then you die, and then they all respawn over here. And you got to do it all over again. So I didn't even bother bringing them all here first. Also quite a slow sequence, so see, now that's dangerous. So I literally just maybe just get them to follow up to here. Okay, everybody come here. You just have to get them over all 3 of these. Follow off. In. I think it's only the first one that dips into the lava, so we should be okay now. Yep, we just have to wait for it to go up. Okay, and I'm not taking any chances, so I'm doing these one by one. So this is quite a tense game at some points, because if you make a mistake, you have to do that whole respawn thing from the beginning. You have to like remember which puppet is where. Am I in follow mode? Okay, now this one's a shooter. go. That's the final little piece. So I can actually make them follow up to here. Just be very careful. And that's the last cord. And now to trigger the last checkpoint at the top. Okay, let's wait for this first. Then this thing arrived here, which you can now jump on. So if I screw this up now, I have to go back all the way to the other side. So let's just get away from the lava. And then it's triangle. So now you can put follow back on, but there's some stuff over here that you've got to remember to get. Hey, I'm almost at 90. And then you can make them follow to here and trigger the checkpoint. So. And now the checkpoint's at the top because I shouldn't have made these so close to each other, because now some people fall all the puppets down at the bottom checkpoint, then they have to do this entire sequence over again, which is really unfair. I should also have had like this falls and then another rock falls, and then you can use a shortcut to get back up just in case you did that. So I'm also going to do them one by one. I think you actually only need to do the triangle one, so you can actually just do that. Because the triangle one is needed for the crystal, and I made sure that there's only triangle things here to collect as well. So as soon as you hit the floor, you're going to spawn scarabs. Check how they move over each other. It's so cool. I love it. See, like I have to time it. Pretty cool. So that by the time they hit you, you can destroy them. And then there's another prize bubble in here, which you can't really see. Luckily they still work if you place them. And now you get the shortcut, which you can just grab this and pull it. That's where you only really need one to complete this. And then once the follow is on, you can bring them all down here again. So I should have either put the checkpoint further down at the bottom there, around the other side, so that you go back to the entrance. But the section's done now. We've got the green crystal. Let's go place the green crystal. Probably going to trigger enemies. We're missing a puppet. There we go. There we go. So now let's just do the green puppet. Turn the follow off so that I can use I can shoot. So here comes I'm realizing how irritating this game actually is for the shooting. I can go and change this. That's only one level, so you only change it once. I don't have to do it in 16 levels or anything. So that's pretty cool. I think the biggest problem is that the lock-on is only... I should make the lock-on wider. And also if you reload, it mustn't destroy the lock-on. Once you figure out how this works, it's pretty easy. Oh, we don't have to do the crystal now, we just have to insert it to unlock it. To unlock the hole to the bottom, yeah, that's why. Now we have to do red and blue. Where are you guys? What are you doing over there? Come this way. There we go. And I love this shot with the sun peeking around the rocks. I'm so sad about the photos limit, because now people won't really send as many photos because you have a maximum number of photos you can actually upload. So there's obviously something going on here. See, this looks like a whole level. I can't even believe that I did all of these things in one level. I think this level's 99% full, but now with the update that they did, which improves the gameplay, I might even be able to get all 116 in a 23-bit variable, so that you don't have to, like, you can collect them again. But I don't really want to touch the game. I just wanted this big cavernous feeling, so doesn't look good. And you can't get in here. You have to pull the have to pull the thing out. Okay, push the thing. So obviously that's an enemy because the music changed. Let me just get rid of it. And then these giant ones. Oh crap. Another one somewhere. There it is. Those wings are so cool. Hey, it died. Everybody died. What would have been cool if there was like a little indicator on that circle that this puppet and this puppet and this puppet is near you and how far they are, almost like a little radar. So the distance is how small the dot becomes, so then you know they're near or far. That would have been really cool to add. There it is, right. You just keep jumping and then he can't shoot you. There we go, eventually done. Let's just open this shortcut as well. Yep. And then I've got to go and do this one as well. But I think this is pointless now because you don't have the... can't collect the prize bubble anymore. I mean, I can collect it, it doesn't do anything. Let's just open this in shortcut 3, yeah. Oh, we have to be on the other side. This is actually the exit. Just want to trigger the checkpoint just in case. We probably don't have to. Switch to charge. There we go. Ooh, door opens. Sorry, I bumped the mic there. Now that this one's open, we can just cut through here. There we go, and then there's some trinkets on this side. I think it's square. Yes. There we go. Come, people. This is a bit tricky to figure out because these things are so close to each other. But I know where to go. It's just a bit silly because you need to like. They don't quite follow you, so you gotta like do it like this. Triangle, there we go. Now they'll follow you again. So it's a bit of a maze if you don't know what you're doing, so you don't quite know what's going on here. I mean, it is kind of like a wasp nest hive situation, so once you've figured out you have to go all the way up to the top one, and then it's just a bit of a zigzag. Go back to the bottom again. Just be careful that these puppets don't jump out. There we go. Now at least you've got a checkpoint. And then you only need to use the circle puppet again with follow off. So I could have put like a little sign that says circle puppet, and then you didn't have to waste time trying to figure out that you needed just the circle puppet for that. Switch weapons again. And then we grab the key, crystal key, whatever it is. And now we can just go back. Boom, 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 boom. Now, because there's way too much happening in this level, I should have simplified the design. You can also use the same puppet to just do this little section. Just get these 3 bits. Now we've only got 16 plus 2 is 18 left. Whee! 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 And now just before you exit, you have to switch to the triangle puppet so that you get the triangle ones on your way out here. Because once this is the point of no return, otherwise you have to do that maze all over again. So there we go. And now we only have blue left. And then we're basically done. How long have we been streaming? Almost an hour. So this game is like an hour, 10 minutes? 20 minutes? Depending on how long it's going to take me to do the blue one, because there's still a few enemies to get rid of. This section was a bitch, because we just keep getting stuck here. I know what I had to do now, but anyway. Too little too late now. Come on, everybody. Let's go put that crystal in. This was the red one. Yeah, let's get red. Now we just have blue left. See, and I give you a nice little checkpoint when you come out as well. Now it's going to be more enemies. Yep. Let's just get this one. You have to remember to let go, that's the thing. So that'll definitely be a cool thing to fix. If the targeting system can be improved a little bit. Because this is not supposed to be very difficult, it's just supposed to be annoying a little bit, you know, like, oh, these things are upset, you took their crystals or opening their hives. Or their wasp nests, or whatever you call them. I don't know if they make hives. Bees make hives. Wasps just make mud. You can also strafe left and right to avoid them. Let's go put the... Oh, I did put the crystal already. So now I gotta do blue. Come this way. And blue. Oh, where's blue? Blue's on that side. Look how they laid the mud into the rocks. It's like a web. Okay, let's trigger the checkpoint for blue. There we go. There's a little fire. That's probably the best fire in the Dreamiverse. I didn't make that. I think it's Ed's fire. It's got like smoke, particles, and I think there's like 2 or 3 layers of like different kinds of flecks and things going. There's a lot going on there. I tried to duplicate it. It was very difficult. So here's the tower section. Where's the checkpoint? Are we all here? Yes. Let's just do these. 1, 2, 3. And kind of, if you don't know where to go, I'll put those there for you so you know. There's a few there. And that was also annoying, I think, was the fact that it... if you change, if I'm looking this way, and I change to cross now, it'll be looking the other way. So you've got to remember that. That was more important in the first game. The second and third one was a little bit more fun. It's supposed to be more fun. See, and all this narrow camera angles is also not great for a game. I mean, I'm not trying to make you go through like a... what's it? A Jedi Survivor crevice every 5 seconds. So now I got to take the follow off. Now it's old position stuff. Got to push switches. And now we left it square. So now where does that go? That takes you to there. So you can actually go up here. But because we have to collect these, let's just do these and double back. Oh, double back too far. So to get them all up here, there's a bit of a puzzle now. So do you notice it does both that one and this one? So for them to come up, this one has to stay there. And then this one, and this one need to come up here. But you can go through here now instead of... Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Now it actually went outside. Now I go all the way back. Sorry about that. But that's what happened with the game. So. I should have had like paint on the floor to like help you indicate where you need to go. And maybe here like an invisible wall or something, I don't know. But that's part of this puzzle game, it's just to... It's almost like a real-time strategy where you've got to like manage your 4 puppets as resources and make sure they don't cause crap. And now you must bring them all here, otherwise if you put the follow on... There we go, you just need to trigger the checkpoint. Follow on, and the one that's standing won't be following, so we can still do this. Took the follow off. Because the X brings these puppets up, so we'll need to let the X go. So as soon as you let the X go, the puppets rise up. Now this is a bit difficult to see, but you can actually bring that puppet through this hole over here. But now you mustn't turn the follow on, because otherwise all the puppets will want to go where the other puppets are, and then you'll cause an issue. And again, this is a bit of a puzzle to figure out. So these 3 buttons push this thing down every time. So once you get through here and you explore a bit, you kind of realize that it actually pushed it so far down that you could actually stand on here. And now the puzzle is, how do you get all 3 to go stand on there? Because as soon as you like run, so you do this one, and this one. You have to do it really quickly. So you start with the furthest one, and then that gives you enough time for the closest one to just jump on at the last minute. So these are all pretty much the same every time. You just have to do the button sequence correctly. And you just have to watch, there's a hole here, so now there's also one there, so let's bring the square there. And let's see what that does. That lifts that up. So no one can jump on if everybody stands where they are. So I've got to put this one up here. Ah, there we go. And the square one goes here. See, now because they're all there, they're lifting this thing high enough so that the circle one can actually get up here, and that's where you get the circle one. Boom, boom, boom. Shoot the lock. Yes. So now that one there moves. Well, there's 2 of them. So we're trying to get to this checkpoint over here. So now you can just kind of like bring them all here. And X, yes. Okay, so you could do this, but I prefer to do them one by one now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do these one by one. Remember not to turn your follow on, otherwise. Take as many as you can at a time. And then this one as well. Don't get too hasty. Just get them on the platform. Which is the one that's remaining is this one. There we go. Just watch your footing. And checkpoint. There we go. And now it's the last little bit. See, and if you kill yourself, then at least you're saved by the checkpoint over here. This one's a bit tricky to get up on. Kind of have to hold the jump in. I love how their little feet stand like one bent and the one normal. Oh, well, die. Let's get the crystal at least. And then... Damn it. Okay, let's put them one at a time. Here. Okay, next one. There we go. Triangle. Just hold the button in for longer. And square. Wow, I accidentally pressed the follow. That wasn't good. Yay. That's the one going. Make that one slide off. Then make that one slide. And then make the last one slide. And then they all end up where the slide goes. Let's follow the last one. Yes! I don't think there was a double back here. And now there's going to be more enemies, of course, on your way out. Yes. So what I do is I stand up a little bit here. Wow, that doesn't work now. Yes. There we go. Almost done. Now we've got the blue crystal. We can just go back up and do the final sequence, and then the game's done. Just check our puppets are with us the whole time. Yeah, so it's about an hour and 20 minutes, I guess, or maybe more. Or like maybe 1 to 2 hours, ha ha ha. Because some people will just not get the fighting, or they won't get the... Okay, let's separate. Ah, I'm on the wrong power. music played differently because it hasn't killed all of these yet, so... If you can just sort of alternate them a bit, then you can send the one backwards while the other one is forward. Otherwise they'll attack you. That launch attack is not great. One of them must be going out soon. Yes. Oh, damn. Yes. Okay, so now we're done. Let's put the blue crystal in. Yes. And now we can do the final sequence. I don't think I got all the hollow bits, did I? I missed 3. So I'm not exactly sure where they are. I think there might be 2 that I missed over here somewhere. Underneath this bridge here somewhere I hid something. But I thought that was just the bubble. Yeah, that was just the bubble. I obviously missed a triplet somewhere in a hidden corridor or something. Okay, well now I can turn the follow off. And I'll do each of these now. There we go, charging up. Then go to the next one, which is square. Do the charge up. Then triangle. See, now you got 2 of the stones activated already. This one's a bit windy. And then the final one is the red one, which is over here. There we go. And now it should trigger the sequence. Yes! Exit through mud tunnel. Where is the exit? These are all text boxes. So I guess we can just do this. Get out of here. And then triangle. If you can figure out where the actual exit is. And then X, yes. They're not all exactly the same, so they're quite tricky to figure out which is the exit side. All the follows are on. So now it activates like a free play mode where you can go and collect all the hollow bits again in sequence. It doesn't allow you to continue the 3 missing bits, which I consider doing, but it requires a lot of logic change inside the game in order to do that. So now if you close that, it means you can continue, but now it's just going to play the little exit. And of course this part of the game I never made. It's just like a little teaser of where they went afterwards. Not coming soon. I should just put a red line through it actually. And that's the end of Possession 3 Desert. I know a few people popped in and out, so whoever wanted to follow me, that'd be great. Thanks very much. And thank you for watching, if you were watching. And I had a great time just streaming this and figuring out what is actually going on. And that's it for Possession 3 Desert. Yeah, let's see, when last did it get a like? Oh, I think it doesn't show you the date when it did it, so you can't really tell. That was actually clever of them. So I can't really tell when this last like was given. So, but it's pretty recent because I remember a few recent ones. So I'm actually at 650 now, which isn't bad, I guess, for a game on Dreams. To get 650 people to actually click, we'll have to see. Let's update this. This is 1.5 hours, if it'll even work, because I know there's a text restriction. So I'll just say 1.5 hours because I did it faster than other people would. So anyway, that's it. And thank you everyone for watching. That's the end of this stream because I just wanted to do this. So cool. Bye.